So yeah, when I was saying before that I wasn't sure if I should really be talking about these videos because they have emotional stuff that possibly people I currently know will know that I'm talking about them, and they might not like what I'm saying. This video is no different. Okay, there was this chick, and she was very attractive. And I thought so. And, you know what? No, I need to get something new to play with to keep my focus. Because just sitting here trying to talk about this stuff, I will inevitably fuck up. So these are the pieces that are left from this. Blue peg, this thing, these things, this thing. Okay, I gotta go get something to play with. I'm wary of saying, just because I just hate the idea that I don't even know how to go about this. There was a chick, a very good-looking chick, and I saw her and I was like, she looks like food, and it's like I found out something about her, and I was like, okay, well, she's hands off. I need not go there. And I didn't. I stayed away. I was a good boy. And at the same time, I still was curious about her. I mean, I could tell that something was just not right. Like, something was not haunting her per se, but something just bugged the fuck out of her. I don't even know how to explain it. She was normal, but at the same time, there was a sadness, and I didn't understand that sadness, and that sadness kills me because I hate seeing people in pain, and I didn't understand it, and, you know, it sucks. I hate sadness in people. And, you know, but I still remained, you know, I was a good boy, and I didn't go near it. Until one day, I'm outside, I'm on a sidewalk, I'm smoking a cigarette, I'm minding my own business, I'm oblivious to the world around me, I'm just enjoying a cigarette. There's a lot of other people around, it's a very busy time of year, there's just people everywhere. And out of the corner of my right eye, I see light. There is light coming from my right eye. So I stop smoking, well no, I don't stop smoking, I turn my head. And, I mean, at first, it didn't even register. Like, I didn't even think of it at first because, you know, I mean, you're sitting there looking out across a parking lot and there's just people everywhere and, you know, cars and headlights and stuff. But then, all of a sudden, you know, a little alert went off in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. There's fucking light coming up on the sidewalk. Headlights? I mean, is somebody about to plow through us? And I turn my head. There's no car there. What there is this woman, and her kids are hugging her, and everything's cute, and she's talking to somebody, and there's an aura, there's light coming off of her. I mean, this warm, yellowish kind of light is coming off of her back. Like, if you've ever had grandparents who are religious, and they had, like, those metal art pieces of saints and shit, and the metal's embossed to make it look like there's like an, you know, little rays coming off of them and stuff. That's what I saw coming off of her. This chick had rays of light coming off of her. And, I mean, what the fuck? And I wanted to keep looking, but I knew there was danger in that, because, I mean, it's like, I might be a horny bastard and shit, but I'm not like other guys. Who hasn't said that a million times? I really hate other guys for the most part. I mean, I would make the perfect lesbian, honestly, because it's like, all too often, I have seen it where a hot-looking chick appears, and all the men around me turn into fucking pigs, and I mean that, like, literally. I mean, they get boner faces and everything, and they run around to other guys going, oh shit, would you look at that? And I'm just like, what a bunch of fucking fags. I mean, it's like, I just hate that shit so much. I despise guys who sit there and ogle women. I mean, you know, I hate it when I'm in a restaurant and I'm eating and some old fart's like staring at me like, and to me, I just imagine in my head that that's how every chick feels when guys are falling all over themselves, acting like dildos, you know? So I've, all my life, tried very hard not to be anything like that because it's just gross to me. So, you know, it's like, fair enough, I'm looking in her direction and I'm seeing glowing coming off of her. I mean, fair enough, right? I mean, if someone's going to look at you, I guess that's a good enough reason to, but it wasn't good enough for me, so I turned my head. Like, first I was looking forward, saw the light, looked at her, saw the aura, and then because, you know, too many seconds were passing, I'm like, okay, any more, and it becomes creepy, and I turned my head all the way to the left. And I stay that way, and I'm smoking my cigarette, and I'm looking at something out in the distance to the left, you know, just to, you know, I mean, I've seen a lot in the paranormal, so to me, it's not like I'm really, stunned or anything. I mean, I was very curious. Oh, yes, I was, but I'm not sitting there going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You know, I'm just like, huh, ain't that some shit? You know, that's new. I mean, I don't see auras. I'm not like other people. I don't do that. That's not my thing. I don't know. I've never been an aura seer before, so I really didn't know how to approach that one. I don't see that part. Where the fuck is that? I'm following the directions. What the fuck? God damn it. Anyway, so I turned my head all the way to the left, right? And then, you know, some time passes, and I didn't forget what I saw. I was still very aware that I had seen that. And I turned my head straight again, and what do you fucking know? From the right side, from the corner of my right peripheral vision, I'm seeing that glow still. And I take a drag or two more off my cigarette, and I just nonchalantly turn my head in that direction. And yeah, this bright aura's coming off her. Her kids are hugging her, she's smiling, and the only difference this time is she's not talking to anybody. She's looking directly at my eyes. She was already looking in my direction when this happened. She was staring me straight in the eyes. And I'm... I don't know. Maybe there was some supernatural shit going on there. Maybe it was just that, you know, she is attractive. I don't know. But I got stunned there, looking back. And I was like, well, if she's looking at me, I guess it's fair enough if I'm looking back. So, yeah. And yeah, it led to things. And anyway, I'm not going to talk about that shit. Oh, fuck no. But, what the fucking fuck? So, you know, fast forward to before that became a very bad idea. I mean, it's like... No, I'll talk about it. Fuck. Why not? I mean, yeah, some of you are... I mean, my impression was that she was in an open relationship. I mean, I actually... That's what I thought the deal was. I thought that she was in an open relationship and everything was cool in that respect. It wasn't until some time later that she mentioned, oh, by the way, I probably shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I mean, you know, I didn't realize that at the start, and... You know, when push came to shove and things had to be talked about, I kind of left out that part that I really didn't realize that it was, you know, something we shouldn't be doing because, A, it was already too late, and B, I was trying to paint her in a little bit of a better light with the other person. So I didn't want her to, you know, be looked at worse than she was. But anyway, getting off that... Lordy. I talked to her about that day. I'm like, there was this one day, and it's like, you know, it was like before we started messing around, it was like a couple days before that, and it's like, I was looking over at you, and I saw a light coming off of you. I saw an aura coming off of you, and it was weird, because, you know, I don't normally do that. And she goes, I know exactly what day you are talking about. and then she filled in the gaps of, that the rest of that day, indicating that she knew exactly the moment I was talking about. And I go, well, what about it? And she goes, the thing is, I went up to the place that day knowing you would be there, and I was hoping, so hoping, that you would see me, and that you would be there and that you would see me. And sure enough, that is exactly what happened. I saw her. I mean, she went there with an intent to be seen, to show herself off. And I mean, I'm kind of a goofball when it comes to women in some ways, because, they'll wear something and I'll be like, ah. But, I guess in retrospect, thinking back, yeah, she was dressed pretty kind of sexy and shit. I'm a sucker for fuck me boots, I really am. But, but it's like, yeah, I mean, she definitely was, there for the express purpose of me noticing and latching onto that, Oh, God, and latch on I did. But we're not talking about that. But, yeah, I mean, shit. And there was other things that happened with me and her that I really, really can't talk about. I mean, supernatural-wise. But I will say to this, there's every possibility that either that person or somebody related to her is seeing this at some point in time. And I'll just say this. I know that, people would love me to have regrets over that, over what happened, but I don't know. I mean, it's like, it does seem like it was supposed to happen. And for the time, that was all I was really capable of doing. I mean, when people need help, I help them. And like I explained to people, it's like if this were World War II, I'd be one of those German bitches fucking U.S. soldiers and getting information out of them. I mean, that's just how I've always been. I mean, it's like when it comes to sex, I open people up, and they're able to open up more. And I know sex open up, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. Who knows? Maybe there is even some supernatural aspect going on there. I don't know, but the fact is, people open up when frisky time's going on. And, I did help her. I know that. And more than that, I have literally saved her life more than once. And be that, something emotionally, I'm sure of that. And even more sure when I'm the one physically pulling her car back onto the road because she has driven off of it for the millionth time. Yeah. There was, so who knows? Maybe that was the whole point to it all. I don't know. Maybe I was just there to save her life and that was it. And I don't know. And I mean, anyone who's on the opposing side of this would be like, oh yeah, you're just trying to justify fucking her. It's like, well, no. But yes. I mean, I guess I am in a way. I mean, for one thing, the whole aura thing, think about this. I mean, think about a modern video game. It's like, you walk into a dark room, you can't see shit, anything could jump out at any moment, and then there's some shit glowing on a desk, like a key or a journal or a floppy disk or something like that, and your character is supposed to go over to it and pick it up. That was what it felt like when I saw that aura coming off of her. I mean, it's like in one side of my head, I'm like, I must not get involved with this person. And on the other side, I was something was shining. I mean, The Shining. Something was shining and saying, pick up this item. Well, this person, And I picked them up repeatedly. Hey, God, see how fucking messed up my brain is? But it's like, it seemed like it was just, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm rationalizing something to sound innocent, even though I kind of was. It's like I was like one person said it was kind of like I was hit by a car, and it's really kind of unfair that I took the shit that I did for it. But it's like, I mean, they were literally glowing. They literally glowed, and it's like, pick this up, and I did. And I want to feel bad about it, but I don't, because I did good for the time that I was there, And I knew in the end it would pretty much all end the way it did. But at the same time, it was something that had to take place. And I hate saying that because it sounds so stuck up and snobby. It sounds very condescending, but it's not meant to be. I mean, it literally is how it was, you know? It was something that had to be done because bad things would have happened if it hadn't. I was going to end the video there, but I do need to add something to this. We're always talking about intent. Well, no, now I sound like a teacher. I'm always talking about intent and how intent kind of makes things in the supernatural take place. I mean, in this case, what happened? She was like thinking, I want to be seen. And what happens? Well, she actually she erects this, what do you call it? Aura behind her. I mean, it's holy shit. I mean, she wanted an effect, and that effect took place. And, man, did it. Holy shit. Emphasis on holy. I mean, it was a fucking aura. I mean, intent, it seems... I mean, we can change coincidence. I mean, I've changed coincidence just by kind of asking the open air to change coincidence. I want to see coincidence occur more. And in my life, holy shit, coincidences have been happening like crazy. I mean, I can't even describe. But anyway, getting back onto this, I knew that things should come to a head. I mean, the thing about secrets is, even if you successfully maintain a secret, even until your deathbed, it's not good. I mean, secrets are detrimental. I mean, if you're not aware of the danger of secrets to your own brain, to your own psyche, then you're subject to them. I mean, it's like, I really don't have secrets, but, I mean, if I did, they wouldn't affect me as much because I'm aware of what they are and what they can do. You know, it's like the same thing if you know where all the mines are on a minefield, you know. It's like you're more safe than other people would be. But me, I'm always worrying about other people, and I knew that if this person held these secrets, it would, in some fashion, affect them, even if they successfully kept these secrets to themselves forever. You know, it would come off in maybe body language, and, you know, that could affect a relationship with someone. You know, they could just be like, well, I love him, but there's something off about it, you know, something untrusting. You know, secrets suck ass. That's my point. So anyway, going back to intent. My intent was, I don't like secrets anymore. And I had always wanted the other person to know what went down because, you know, like I'm saying, I didn't want the other person to get hurt by having secrets hiding inside themselves and manifesting in bad ways later on and stuff and all that jazz. So, I'm sitting there one night and I got really happy. I mean, I know that sounds like the last thing one should, but I got really happy. And I stopped only for a moment to think, what could that possibly be? And I got the answer. I mean, I felt the answer. The answer came in like an emotion. I could feel the answer to it. And the answer was resolution was coming. And I'm like, resolution of what? And then immediately I'm like, oh. And I realized that either at that moment or maybe, you know, it was about to happen, that the other person had become aware of what had happened and now wanted to talk about it. And I was happy. I mean, I know that seems like a crazy thing to do, but I was happy. I was like, oh shit, today's gonna be today. So, you know, night turned into morning, and all morning I was like bubbly. I mean, I know what a weird response, but I was bubbly, and I knew damn well why, because I knew that today, or, you know, that day was the day. And sure enough, I get a message from a person, and they're like, yeah, they know. And I get I get a visit from them, and it's like, yeah, they knew, and I knew they knew. It's like when I answered the door, it's like, what would you like to know? Because I already knew they were coming. Even without having been told beforehand, I knew. It was like, despite the trauma of having to explain everything like that, I was still like happy because they were learning about it. The other person didn't have to hold any secrets anymore, and B, what yet another incredible paranormal event to take place. I knew damn well what it was. It wasn't even like a question. It was like I got the emotion, and I'm like, what's this emotion for? Oh, that's what it is. And it wasn't like, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. It was definite. It was a definite thing. Where the fuck is this bitch's head? Ah, God. It's just a bunch of dead Gundam models in here. Fuck it. She'll get a camphor head for now. Fuck. Yeah, but yeah. So, yeah, that was one extra little thing that happened right at the end of me knowing those two. I got happy. Then I asked the nothingness what it was, and I got an immediate answer. I could feel the immediate answer to it, and yeah, holy shit. Okay, this video's running long, and that bitch is down.